Hey Jay, how you doing?
Good morning, Kathy. How you doing today?
Pretty good. And welcome to everyone that's joining us today. So let's just kick it off. There was some really big news coming out of the UPS earnings announcement. So Jay, can you provide a few of the highlights, please?
Great, big day, big impact on UPS and really the market. So some of the highlights, the easy ones, 2024 fourth quarter, revenue was up 1.5% to 25 billion. Operating profit was up 2.9 billion, up 18% versus fourth quarter 2023. Some of the big news, though, it announced that it reached an agreement with its principal largest customer, Amazon, and that the volume for 2026 will be reduced by 50%. That's a
Wow.
major impact for UPS. Also, effective January 1st, UPS has insourced 100% of its SurePost product. So again, there's a lot of conversation about that previously. We thought it was going to happen, so they came out and said that. Related to earnings, they're going to look to have over $1 billion of cost savings based on some of these changes. And, quite frankly, as a shipper, this isn't good news. This is going to put more pressure on every shipper because they're going to be looking to make up that volume. So pretty amazing news today.
Definitely, definitely was. I listened to the earnings call and going back to the Amazon situation, FedEx and Amazon split ways several years ago. So now we're seeing it to an extent with UPS. And so it's going to be interesting to watch to see those volumes uh, go away and how that will rebalance, so to speak, the competitive market for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, I think
So,
we were both surprised that, the question came up from the analyst and, UPS said that Amazon was between 20 and 25% of their overall volume.
mhm.
So I think that was one of the things that took the shock out of everyone and, caused their stock to drop today. And again, obviously, it's a big announcement, couple big
Yep,
announcements from
yeah.
UPS.
But from a business perspective, yeah, UPS does need to look at this, from they've got a number of costs and they do need to make a profit, to please the folks on Wall Street. But yeah, wow, there is a lot going on. But meanwhile, um, it looks like there's several last mile providers that are positioning themselves to take advantage of that, SurePost being in-housed
Right.
by UPS, as well as the post office saying they weren't going to give any more discounts to consolidators. So, Jake, tell us more.
So yeah, so a couple different things have come up, and again, everyone's racing to try to make up this volume. So I'm going to highlight a couple. There's more out there, but today we're going to talk about three. One is Veho introduced a new service offering called Premium Economy. It really will provide providers within 2 to 5 days delivery, compared to their typical next day or 2 day market. So primarily in a couple different areas: lightweight consumer product sellers, subscription brands, slash non-parables, and 3PLs. So, their CEO has come out and said that, they are posturing themselves to, make improvements and use technology a little bit differently. And so they believe that they're going to be competitive from a service side. I also recently talked to DHL, and DHL, is thriving in a new world of USPS and UPS changes, according to a top executive within the company. Really, the quote he gave me is, "We have onboarded incredible volumes as related to change. DHL is now 100% DCSF, relative to their network and taking out some of the costly DDU five digit entries. So, DHL is able to take savings and neutralize some of the 2025 impact increases by USPS.
Huh.
So,
So this is
the,
this is DHL e-commerce you're
right.
talking about, right? Wow, good for them.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then lastly is Shipsley introduced low cost, low guarantee. And again, the reality is, they're again going to use technology. They're going to try to continue to use the crowdsourced delivery and make an impact. Recently they made a statement that their SLAs are 99.9% reliability. And they said they're now that obviously then an affordable option. I would say, both of those companies will be interesting to see. I think DHL e-commerce continues to be an opportunity for people to evaluate. I'd also tell you that USPS Ground Advantage, was introduced in 2023, and it's 2 to 5 day delivery for business. So a lot changing out there. I would tell you that, I think now is even more important for someone to really align with someone who is a trusted business advisor, someone who has both the technology through their partners, someone who is able to look at the operation piece of it, and also do the heavy, deep analysis for the impact on service and cost.
Yeah.
And through one of my partners, we manage over $11 billion in small parcel, and welcome the opportunity to talk to anyone who wants us to do a free analysis and do some of the heavy lifting for them.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, a lot going on. And don't forget the customer service aspect of all of this too. That's
Yeah,
important. So,
yeah.
okay, so we've talked about how, shippers need to evaluate the situation and yeah, using a third party advisory group like SLB Performance, like your company for sure. So, Jay, how can people get in touch with you
Well,
for more?
hopefully, people are subscribing to the parcel notes that come out every 2 weeks. Additionally, if you send me a message, I'll make sure that you're on my email list that goes out every other week that shares information. I'm always on LinkedIn, and hopefully, we'll have a chance to meet some people as well at RELA. I'll be attending both RELA and TPM this year. So please drop me a note if you have an opportunity. Love to schedule a couple of minutes. And so hopefully there's lots of opportunities for people to get hold of me.
Wonderful. Yeah, lots going on there. Jay, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. And folks, be sure and check out Parcel Notes and also be sure and sign up for that newsletter. And of course, if you have any other questions, reach out to Jay directly on LinkedIn. Easiest way, trust me. All right. Thank you
Thank,
again.
thanks, Kathy. Take care, everybody.